What's going on, comic fans? It is Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. Hope you're all doing well. This is the continuing year of the custom bind, but of course we do get new releases once in a while. There's an omnibus that DC or Marvel, or a deluxe edition that Image or Boom releases that I just feel I need to get. It's not something I'm going to want to custom bind. I'll want the oversized artwork, and I'll just want to get it in one nice collected edition without having to do the work of finding the issues or the trade paperbacks or whatever. Today we're going to talk about the Batgirl Returns Omnibus. This is the recent omnibus that DC Comics released that collects the new 52 basically run of Batgirl by Gail Simone. A fantastic run. She started off the new 52 Batgirl series with this run basically. And unfortunately, I personally don't have the book, so what we did is Matt recorded the sort of top-down portion of the video, which we're going to get into in a minute here, and I'm just going to talk about it while going over that video footage. Before we get into that, though, I got to tell you about Organic Price Books. If you're unaware of organicpricebooks.com, they're a sponsor of the show, an amazing, incredible sponsor, and we do have a special promo code for you to use there. There's a link down in the description below that you can use. It'll basically take you to their website. You could do whatever you need to do, check out, and at checkout it'll apply the extra promo code THC2 for you. You'll get an extra $2 off your order. Every order you do, if you use the code THC2, you'll get an extra $2 off. You can also just use the link down in the description below. But really awesome stuff there. $2 off every single order you do through Organic Price Books. Like I said, you can pre-order on there. You can buy books that are out already. Their inventory is expanding very quickly. There's more and more availability there as well. JP, he ships everything very quickly. He packages it very well. Honestly, a great place to get your books. It's the place Matt and I go now. Instead of going to in-stock trades, we go to organicpricebooks.com. It's just a way better experience for us so far. So check them out. Like I said, link down in the description below. You can use the code THC2 as well. And now, let's talk some Batgirl. Alright, so full disclaimer as we look at the Batgirl Omnibus here. Thank you, Matt, for sending me this video. He's the one who recorded this. I'm just sort of talking over it. We've never done this before. This isn't what we usually do. Usually we shoot our own things. So, but either way, this is such a stunning book. It's so nice, in fact, that Matt had to go and grab himself a copy as well. This is the Batgirl Returns Omnibus. Like I mentioned at the start of this video, it collects the entire run by Gail Simone. A fantastic series that ran for, I think it was like mid 20s to 30 issues. Excellent stuff. I love Gail Simone. I learned about her thanks to Secret Six, and since then have discovered all of her work. Wonder Woman, the all new Adam, fantastic stuff. Gorgeous artwork. This series had absolutely stunning covers. Artwork in general was done by Adrian. I'm going to butcher this last name. Siaf. Vicente Cifuentes, Ed Benes, Daniel Samper, and you also had Fernando Passarin. Fantastic creative team. I really like the design on this book too. I don't think I'll be redoing the dust jacket or anything. It's got that awesome purple aesthetic that I absolutely love. So I can't complain about that. That's one of my favorite things about the Batgirl character, in fact, is that color purple that's so prevalent in her title. Really nice stuff here. You get of course, your table of contents, your sort of intro page, title page, if you will. A really nice, consistent design theme throughout the book. And jumping right into the title, it's what I really like about this run in particular is, and Gail Simone in general, is she gets very dark, very dark very quickly, but she also keeps her books very sleek and exciting and sort of, I don't know, there's always like a shade of, I don't even know what to call it, like James Bond over it, a shade of coolness over it. She's really a great writer. Sometimes she can jump around a little bit in her storytelling, but it's not necessarily a problem. You figure everything out at the end of the day. And Gail Simone herself has said multiple times that she likes to make her titles sexy a little bit. So I really do appreciate that, because I think that goes a long way. It's one of the things I like about Grant Morrison too, is he tries to make these weird and obscure ideas really punk and cool, and like, I don't know, it just adds to it. But anyway, I'm rambling. This was the New 52 run. Gail Simone introduced a couple new characters, if I'm not mistaken. She gets sort of into bad dealing with the GCPD. Of course, her father is James Gordon. And yes, if you're unaware, this is Barbara Gordon back in the cape and cowl. I don't really want to spoil too much. Again, I've gotten in trouble before for spoiling things that are, I guess, nearly a decade old at this point, but I digress. I guess the New 52 was not that long ago, but yeah, I don't want to spoil too much. Anyway, like I was saying, you get to introduce to a whole bunch of new characters as well. And some fantastic returning cast. This title obviously crossed over with the Batman title during things like Death of the Family, and various other things, Court of Owls as well, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, you get to see James Jr. make a return in this as well. If you don't know who James Jr. is, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but you should check out The Black Mirror if you haven't already. A fantastic, fantastic story by Scott Snyder. Either way, you can see the binding's pretty good here. There isn't too much gutter loss. Got a nice 2-page spread to look at here. Pretty good, I must say. I know Matt works the spine out too, so I'm really just enjoying the artwork at this point. It's absolutely stunning. Some really incredible talent on here. Like I said, it gets very dark. And if you're new to Batgirl, I'd say this is a pretty good starting point. It's it's tough. Batgirl's such a complicated character, but just because there have been so many, women who have gone under that cape and cowl. But either way, I think this is a great place to start for new readers. It sort of gives you a nice overview of Barbara's history, both with her, paralysis and whatnot, and the various things that have happened throughout her life, things like the Killing Joke. So that's really great for new readers, because you sort of get put into it with a little bit of confusion. You have a bunch of questions, but they get answered along the way. It's like a nice detective story in that way, that the pieces of the puzzle eventually fit together for you as a new reader. Really great stuff. This was the first run that I actually read for Batgirl. I had gotten into comics about 10 years ago with the New 52. So this was one of the first titles I personally read for Batgirl, and it wasn't too bad. Like I said, eventually I was able to, use this as a launching pad to looking into other titles and other series for the character. I hope that one day, if this sells well, we get to see, some more Batgirl stuff. A Brian Q. Miller omnibus would be brilliant. I would also like to see some Cassandra Cain stuff. But I'm really thrilled about this book. I hope I can get it soon. It is at Matt's house, unfortunately, since, we got it from Organic Price Books, and I didn't want to pay the crazy shipping. I'm supposed to visit him at some point. So hopefully that'll happen soon. But hope you all enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the book. If it's something that you're going to be picking up, I certainly cannot wait to have it myself. And if you do want to pick it up, check out Organic Price Books. Use the code THC2 at checkout. You'll get $2 extra off. Can't recommend this book enough. Especially if you're trying to get into a character like Batgirl, this is the best place to do it. Taking a quick look at bonus content here. Get some nice sketches, some artwork, really cool stuff. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, character designs. I like this. This is great. Really looking forward to looking into these. I always love this stuff. I don't know why. I don't spend too much time looking at it, but it is always nice to see. Let me know what you guys thought. Are you going to pick this book up? Is this a title you're now interested in? I'm very glad that we got to see a Batgirl omnibus. I hope DC does a Brian Q. Miller run one day. I hope they do some Cassandra Cain stuff as well. There's so much great Batgirl content out there that I wish I could read. But I do have the Brian Q. Miller run custom bound, so I do get to enjoy that. But I wish other people could read it, I guess, is what I'm saying. And I would love to read some Cassandra Cain Batgirl. They had trade paperbacks coming out from DC, and then after 3 or 4 volumes, DC stopped releasing trades for them. It was the Kelly Puckett run. Was really looking forward to that, but unfortunately it's going to be unfinished. I may still bind the 3 or 4 volumes that came out just to have it, just to have a little snippet of the Cassandra Cain Batgirl series in my collection. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Let us know what you think down below. Check out Organic Price Books if you're looking for hardcover comics and collections. $2 off your order if you use the promo code THC2 or use the link down in the description below. This is for every single order you do through organicpricebooks.com. Amazing shipping, amazing customer service, amazing packaging, and great inventory that's expanding. Check them out. You can pre-order on their website as well. It's fantastic, organicpricebooks.com. But without further ado, thank you all very much. I'll let you all get away back to your normal day if you're still even watching the video at this point. Thank you all very much. This is Mike from the Hardcover Comic. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe and sound out there. And until next time, you stay classy, Internet.